Hey guys, here are the Season 25 patch notes. The complete patch notes have finally dropped, and let's just get straight into it. So first of all, we have an anti-cheat update that they've put at the very start of the patch notes, so hopefully this is good. So, we've been focusing on many iterative improvements across an array of efforts, including internal cheat detection, automated detections, and third-party solutions. Our ongoing work against teaming has continued to have a positive impact on bad behavior, primarily in ranked. We've also ramped up efforts combating bot activity performed by automating certain devices, and a decrease in nefarious bot activity should already be noticeable in your matches by the time you read this. This population may be small, but their actions can still disrupt your time in the Outlands, and we're continuing to target actions against these players to ensure that every match is worthwhile. There've also been a plethora of improvements that we're looking to actively update, ranging from bug/exploit fixes to hardening existing prevention measures. We hope to share more on these in the future. So yeah, honestly, kind of a nothing burger. They not really said any strict details. I did hear that apparently Zim detection is coming in Season 25, so that'll be good. But yeah, not really anything too huge there. For audio, they said, as part of our ongoing efforts to improve audio reliability, we've implemented a system that will allow us to improve how we diagnose audio issues for PC players. We will now look out for common symptoms of audio issues, for example, footstep audio events being dropped excessively throughout your matches. When we detect an abnormally large amount of these situations with in-game audio, we will occasionally offer you the option of uploading a detailed report containing everything our audio engine did throughout the course of your match. Since the scope of this diagnostic information is limited to our audio systems, the upload data is completely anonymous. The recording is purely game-related audio and does not contain voice chat nor any information that can be tracked back to you. And here you can see an image of that. We detected an unusually high amount of audio dropouts during your last match. So basically allowing you to send the audio logs, which should hopefully help improve audio problems in the future. I like this. Next up for matchmaking. They're tackling matchmaking quality through region population management, leveraging skill values in ranked, and by increasing queue wait times for high-skilled lobbies. So less chance of you being put into a much higher skilled lobby and just making them wait slightly longer. Population management comes in the form of a system improvement that allows auto-merging of players into higher population regions to expand the pool of available players for closer skill matching. Since the available pool on each platform in each region and at any time of day can vary quite a bit, we are testing ways to get those players together without sacrificing too much latency. The next two major changes this season focus on matchmaking quality and ranked. So, this season, basically, they will automatically merge you into different servers and regions, which is interesting, and hopefully that doesn't have too negative of an effect on your latency. It seems they are obviously trying to not do that at the cost of latency, but we'll see if that makes matchmaking better, or if it just puts you at a disadvantage if you get moved into these other regions. What are the matchmaking changes for ranked? The first change is how players are reset each season. Initial rank and tier placement is based on the player's tracked skill value and not how much RP they had at the end of the season. This will group like skill players together even if they haven't played in a while. Players new to ranked will receive their initial placement based on their performance in Apex so far. And the second change is part of our seasonal tuning for matchmaking, which this time around means asking our Platinum, Diamond, and Masters, including Predators, to wait a bit longer while trying to find opponents that are closer to their RP value. Skill and RP aren't the same thing, but they are closer than they have been in the past. So queue times will go up for higher ranks, but it means you'll have more consistent games. Okay, so here is the Death by Design Milestone Event. Now, we've already talked about these. I showed off all the skins in my previous video, and these are the Belva style skins. And yes, unfortunately, it's a milestone event running from May 6th to June 24. I'm pretty sure that's the entirety of Split 1. So yeah, this thing's gonna last the entire split. Oh my god. And yeah, it's just a milestone event. There's really not much else to say. It has the G7 Scout Reactive Recolor and the Pathfinder Heirloom Recolor. Now, they also said they're expanding the Legend Locker to include some of your favorite Legend and weapon skins from past seasons all the way through to Upheaval. We'll also let you know in the locker if a skin you're eyeing is also featured in a live offer elsewhere. So I believe this means like old Battle Pass skins and stuff will just be coming to the Legend Locker where you can just buy them with crafting medals. And of course, select animations are going to be in the game now as separate, so you can select them separately to the skin. Let's look at the patch notes though, the actual updates, the care package rotation. So Bocek and Havoc come to the floor and the triple take enters the care package. The gold weapons are the Bocek, Hemlock, Longbow, Mastiff, and Wingman. In terms of game updates, they've added voice pinging and interacting with arsenals, and before the loot bin resets, light, heavy, and energy arsenals now give 2 blocks of ammo with each pickup, and ammo at all arsenals now takes 20 seconds to respawn instead of 10. So it's harder to get ammo there, but the light, heavy, and energy will give you more ammo. After loot bin resets, enhancing your weapon will now give at least 2 attachments. Added a slight flare to the model to show the arsenal has reset, and ammo at all arsenals only takes 10 seconds and grants a full stack of the ammo. And this is all after the loot bin reset. So after the reset, the weapon arsenals will enhance your weapons even more and give you more ammo. So that's honestly a nice change, because honestly, only one upgrade when you did the upgrade was kind of annoying. For the legends, the assault class changes. The battle surge perk, they've removed the scan on shield crack. The health bar will now linger for 3 seconds instead of 4, and the movement speed boost now only applies while sprinting during the active window. For the skirmishers, the charge knock has removed the tactical charge gained on knock. Instead, you'll just gain the 50 extra shield. Now for the legend changes, we don't need to go over the new legend Sparrow. We've talked about him plenty. Let's look at the other legends. So Ash, the Predator's Pursuit. They've removed the Deathbox minimap location pings. Okay, that's just been completely removed. I guess she's too strong now with her new passive. Moving on to Pathfinder, the grappling hook cooldown is now variable again, ranging from 10 to 30 seconds depending on distance traveled. The zipline gun, they've integrated zipline Zen into its base, so now the damage mitigation has been increased from 25 to 50% while traveling on your charged zipline. And for his level 3 perks, he gets a brand new Feeling Zippy perk, where he gains a second zipline gun charge, so a second ult charge, or the Grapple Guard, where you gain a second tactical charge. As for the ammo and attachments, gold sniper stock has been added, and this gives you no movement penalty when running with a gold sniper stock on your sniper, which is really good. It means you can just run around with it and take pot shots whenever you see an enemy. As for sniper stocks in general, when equipped to marksman weapons, they've improved the ADS in and out speed bonus for all levels, and improved the raise and lower speed bonus for all levels. For hop-ups, the boosted loader has been removed from the floor, but the Skull Piercer has been added and can be equipped to the 30-30, the longbow, and the wingman. The gun shield generator is no longer usable with the Devotion and the L-Star, but it can now be used with the Hemlock. And the accelerator hop-up was removed from the P2020 Volt and wingman, but has now been added to the Bocek, Devotion, Mastiff, and Sentinel. And the ult charge from Nox and Assist has been reduced to 20% from 30%. For the weapon changes, the Havoc is back on the floor. Its damage was decreased from 21 to 19. They increased its hipfire spread. The recoil has been increased, and the select fire has been removed. However, the LMG has had some new changes. It's now got the new perk where equipping a purple tier barrel, stock, and mag will automatically turbocharge the Devotion. And they've improved the scaling with high tier barrels. The blue barrel improves stability and recoil control, and the purple has advanced stability and recoil control. So the blue stabilizer is just as good as the old purple one, and now the purple one's even better. And they improved the scaling with high tier stocks. The same thing, the blue is now as good at handling and reload speeds as the old purple one, and the purple one is now even better. And they increased the purple mag capacity from 48 to 52. For the Bocek, it's now on the floor. Obviously, it can be found on the sniper arsenals and can be upgraded there. And you can add the sniper stocks as an attachment, meaning you can apply the legendary sniper stock and run at full speed. It now has its own reserve of 40 arrows. Similar to care package weapons, an arrow shot can be retrieved to replenish supply, and they can be retrieved from player's death box up to a max of 4. Arrows cannot be found in the floor looting. The maximum charge damage was decreased from 75 to 55, they decreased its fire rate, and shatter caps was removed. However, frag grenades can now be used to energize the Bocek, and you must fully draw the Bocek in order to fire an explosive arrow. It will stick to the world or a player that's hit, and on a hit it will deal 40 damage, headshots are 64, and the explosion has a 5-meter radius, dealing 25 extra damage after a 2-second delay. For the care package triple take, its damage per bullet was increased from 22 to 23. It has an increased rate of fire, the choke speed has significantly increased, and the gun shield generator has been added. The P2020's magazine size have been reduced for all tiers, as you can see on screen, and this is the same for the Akimbo version. Obviously, the Akimbo is just double these. The Wingman has slightly increased its rate of fire, and they have the new laser sights that can be attached. The EVA 8's greatly increased rate of fire at base and with all bolt tiers, but its damage per pellet has been reduced from 8 to 6. For these snipers, the charge rifle increased limb damage to 0.9 from 0.7. The longbows increased limb damage to 0.8 from 0.7, and the sentinels increased limb damage to 0.9 was 0.7. So basically, when shooting limbs rather than the body or headshot, you'll feel it's a bit more significant and more consistent. Okay, the maps. Olympus, Stormpoint, and World's Edge are the pubs and ranked matches. As for the game modes, Mixtape will run from May 6th to June 23rd, and then here are the Mixtape maps until June 23rd on the new split. Okay, here's the actual Arenas information. So from May 6th to May 19th, Arenas returns. You can play the classic mode on your favorite maps, Overflow, Drop-Off, and Encore. New round tunings, first team to win 3 rounds wins the match. Original tunings and mechanics, but updated to include new weapons and legends that released. And no legend perks or upgrades. Buy your loadout and fight in Arenas 3v3. But then, from May 20th to June 23rd, Arenas refreshes with updated tunings and mechanics that allow players to focus on combat, firepower, and fresh strategies. Now, this is the new Arenas that I believe I got to play. And basically, Overflow, Drop-Off, and Encore are the maps with updated traversal options to get you moving. Every player is given all the meds they need for free of charge, meaning you can spend all your money on upgrades and weapons. The supply bins have been removed from all the maps, and each weapon can only be purchased once, so that certain weapons don't become meta. For rounds 2 and 4, there are discounted weapons to help you experiment with new loadouts. All legends have a 1-round cooldown on their ultimates, and store economy and ring have been tuned, and the care packages have been boosted with armor, select boost kits, and a couple surprise weapons like the Buster Sword and EPG. So normal Arenas from May 6th to May 19th, and then from May 20th onwards, we get the new improved Arenas, or maybe it's not improved, it's up to you to decide. They're now adding a difficulty selector to Bot Royale, which will be available for players shortly after the release of Season 25, allowing you to test your skill against different various levels. You have the auto option, which attempts to adapt the bots to what is known about your skill level, and then there's a difficulty selector, where you can customize Bot Royale, so you can actually make it easier or harder. Okay, here are the rank changes. So the start of season placement. The starting rank tier and division is now based on your hidden skill value from previous rank seasons. If no skill value exists, the unranked trio's skill value is used to set initial placement. The rule that resets any player that skipped a season of ranked back to bronze has been removed, and all initial placements are based on your skill value. Now we have ranked ladders. These are coming later this split, so not straight away. So when a ranked ladder is active, all players in ranked will compete on a personal skill-based leaderboard for bonus rewards. Your best 10 rank point scores during the ladder will be counted for your leaderboard position, which will determine your final placement and rewards when the ladder ends. Your lowest score will always be replaced by the higher RP score, so additional matches are beneficial. 10 ranked matches must be completed to be placed on the leaderboard to qualify for ladder rewards. All ranked play continues as normal, allowing promotion and demotion as normal. So it's just a bonus challenge that you take part in to get new rewards. And here we have a bit more information for the reward requirement. All players must now play a minimum number of ranked matches before they can earn the end of season ranked rewards based on their highest tier earned. So you have to play at least 25 games, I believe, during the split. The ladder champion. Players who reach champion a minimum number of times in the same split will gain access to the ladder champion dive trail for a limited time, granted at the start of next split, and can be used for the rest of that split. Removed at the end of the split unless the challenges have been completed again. So you won't even permanently get the dive trail. Now, this is the dive trail. You can see it on screen. So yeah, you'll have to consistently place in the top 10% during the ranked ladders, which should, host most weekends. And if you place in the top 10% enough times, maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 times per split, then you will get the top dive trail reward that you can basically rent out for free for the next split. And then if you keep getting high rewards, then you'll keep getting the dive trail, I suppose. Now let's look at some quality of life changes. The firing range has a new Easter egg. It says meow, so I assume that's going to be Artemis, the Sparrow's cat, so that's probably hiding somewhere. The Legend Locker, they added additional info panel to some screens, and they added the sorting feature in the Legend Locker. For Lifeline, they reduced the intensity of Doc's teleport trail to reduce visual clutter. Also, previous Battle Pass reactive items are now available in the exotic store. Progressed and complete challenges in Match Summary now show up to 15 challenges instead of 5. They also reduced the size and frequency of the accelerated weapon screen effects to be less obstructive. They slightly reduced the amount of time you are locked out of ADS after charging a Sentinel. And for Vantage, they moved Energizing Sniper's Mark Sniper with an ult accelerant to reload. So if you have the sniper out, you can hit reload and you'll pop an ult accel. That's actually really cool. Some quality of life audio changes. They fixed rare cases where gameplay volume when spectating would be applied during regular gameplay. They fixed a rare issue where players situated uphill would briefly have occlusion filtering applied. They reduced volume of Pathfinder's grapple for players, enemy audio not affected. Revenant's wall climb footsteps clearer in the mix, slight reduction of thermite volume over time at distance, and slight reduction in the volume of Horizon's black hole relative to your field of view. So there we go. Those are the complete patch notes. They were quite long. There's a lot of changes, but also a lot of these changes we kind of already saw in the gameplay when I was able to play it early. So let me know your thoughts on all the changes. A lot of this video was just me reading the patch notes on screen, so I apologize. I thought I'd be able to, flick it with gameplay a bit more, but a lot of these changes, you kind of just have to read them to understand them. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.